Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here. Welcome to another Skade Town Hall.
Welcome, guys. It
Uh,
is August 10th. Oh my gosh, we're like so close to being into spooky season, which is, as we all know, the best season of the year. Um, wow, that went really fast. I cannot believe we're already into August. This is crazy. I just want to just start off really quickly by saying, as some of you, well, you probably all know, Riley, Ned, and I had COVID. Still probably have a little bit COVID. I've never in my life been as sick as I was the last couple weeks or last 10 days or so. Yeah, I can do that, Ned. That's fine. I just want to give a very public. I did a kudo for it, yes, but a very public thank you to Evan for carrying the Valkyries, and not just Valkyrie, carrying my job. I do a lot, as you guys know, I'm in a lot of teams and a lot goes on. And Evan literally just put on his blue hat along with his Nin hat and his Evan hat. And plus, he's got long hair now, so it's not a lot of room for hats. Plus, he's been bouldering and working and being a son and a grandson. And so, anyways, but thank you, Evan. I just want to say very publicly, thank you so much.
Cool.
I was really sick. I didn't even know what day of the week it was. Some of the days I begged Evan to come to the US and kill me. That's how bad I hurt. I was really, really sick. I'm still getting over it. Still got some problems from COVID right now, currently. But I'm getting better. I'm feeling better. Nin's better. Riley's getting better. We're all three getting better. But I told Evan, I said, Skade is my baby. And I don't trust my children with just anybody. And I actually could just sleep all day long. I could be sick all day long. I could just be dying like I was dying, knowing Skade was in incredibly good hands. Yes, yes, some of you guys, some of you guys had to deal with Evan, and I think I owe a few of you some therapy and cookies
sorry,
for that.
guys.
But no, it was really awesome. And I'm just so thankful that, we can do that. I can take off, basically like 10 days if I need to.
I feel like Evan's such a good Valkyrie that, like, I mean, heaven forbid, like, if Blue were to leave Skade, I feel like Evan would be a good Valkyrie still, but, like, I'm not saying that would happen, but...
We even talked about that, Evan and I did. It's like, what happens if you die? I was pretty sick. I didn't die, clearly. But I was really hurting. I was very, very sick. Still dealing with a few like things from it, like lung inflammation and stuff. So I'm still dealing with some stuff, but that's a scary thing. It's literally a scary thing to even talk about, but it is what it is. It's really nice to know that
I am just stating the facts here. Evan is a great Valkyrie.
He is, and that is why I'm giving this very public thank you, because like I said, it was nice. I didn't even look at Discord some of the days. Like I mean, sometimes I would glance at it, the Skade server, but it's like, wait, why is everybody in the town hall, or why is everybody in the tavern call? Oh, it must be Sunday. Like, had no idea what day of the week of it was. That's how sick I was. Also, if we have any Lord of the Rings fans in this call, talk to me later, because I actually watched that whole thing while I was sick. I really want someone to talk to.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Really? Oh my gosh, Sam. Okay, anyways, all right, focus.
I just watched it for the first time this year too.
Me too. Okay, we'll talk. All right,
that was your first time watching it?
I was one of my things I put off forever, and I'm like, I'm sick. I just need to do this. I literally cannot eat. I have no energy to get out of my chair. I might as well watch something I've told people I'd watch. So, anyways, all right, we'll all talk about it later. I'm very excited. Can't believe watched Lord of the Rings before I have. I know that is kind of sad. It's really good. All right, so. By the way, Evan is going to be kind of me for this meeting. I just wanted to kind of do the intro and thank Evan profusely for being there and covering for me, making it so I literally did not have to worry about a single thing other than just getting better. A lot of you guys messaged me a lot of support. I really appreciate that too. Words of encouragement. It's just, I was really sick, and I didn't really realize how sick I was until I'm feeling better. And I look back and went, I don't even know where those days went. It was just blurry. So anyways, all right. So thank you, Evan. We're going to change up I don't know if you saw the message, Evan, but we're going to slightly change up. Yep. So we're just going to kind of look really quick at the schedule. And then after that, Evan will be taking over for a hot minute. And if you guys haven't seen it, I did post the Skade calendar, the updated one. As you know, due to the illness, which was a big part of this, and just us needing a little bit more time to fine tune things, the Skade Olympics did get pushed to next month. And I did already post about that in Skade Talk. So next Saturday, we have nothing going on, which is kind of nice. But the 24th is the Note Block Awards. So, and Evan's going to talk about that more and just give reminders of what that kind of, it's not so much a contest as it is a showcase. But Evan will talk about that. So that's 3 p.m. EST on the 24th. And then on the 31st, that got pushed back 1 week. And that is the end of summer beach bash. And I always feel like we got to put the word carnival in there too, because we have a carnival there. I know you guys love doing the rides and love doing all the carnival stuff to get your tickets, to get cool stuff. So just know that is coming up too. That is at the end of the month. That will kind of close out our summer. Some of you are already back to school. Some of you are won't be back to school for another month. But either way, we want to close out summer with a big beach bash. So get your swimsuits ready. Get your guys' shoopies ready. And event team will knock that out of the park as they always do. So very excited for that. Mm-hmm. All right. So I think you're up next, Evan.
So, well, yeah. So the kind of agenda is adjusted slightly. So actually, I'll just be saying Blue's got one other thing she'll be talking about, and then I'll be talking about several different things sort of back to back.
So am I next? Blue, is this time? Is this time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it is time. So Blue's be talking about a major change to Skade. So please go ahead, Blue.
So okay, guys, let me get voice chat one up. So all right. So as you guys know, over the last couple years, well, almost 3 years now. Wow, Skade, we're 2.5 years old, guys. We're so big boy. We have been making adjustments. We kind of came with a set of rules, and those rules at the time worked for us. And we're over 3, are we? Oh my gosh!
We started
wow. Okay, I'm still recovering. I'm still sick. We're 3.5. Wow. Good for us. Look at us. We're almost potty trained. Well, not all of us. Evan's not, but 3.5. Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm just COVID brain. So we, over the last 3.5 years, we have been making adjustments. We kind of came with a kind of set of rules and a philosophy of of how things should run, how we should do it. And over time, we have been asking you guys about this. We even had a big meeting, as you guys remember, last year, saying, how can we make things better? What can we do to make you guys more comfortable, to give you the space in a way that works for all of us? Not necessarily what works for other communities, not works for other people, but works for Skade. And we have been listening. And one of the big areas that comes up quite a bit, thanks to myself and Evan, is cussing. And cussing, as you guys know, in the past, we allowed mild swearing for reactionary only, meaning, oh my gosh, a creeper came in and blew up my house and I yelled the S word or something. And I did, Waffles, you're right. Over time, we have us Valkyries, specifically 2 of us. BB, I'm sure will cuss. BB's a cusser. Nin, not as much. But 2 of us in particular, me and Evan, probably break that rule more than anybody on Skade. And we never do it intentionally. It's always just part of conversation. And the more comfortable we feel, the more BB's gonna finally be unmuted. The more comfortable that we feel with you guys, the more open we are to talking how we would naturally talk. Within real life people, with our friends or family, or even ourselves in other calls. And one of the things that we have listened and heard from you guys is that for some of you, you have stated that this is kind of the only server that you aren't able to cuss in, and that you do kind of wish you had the freedom to cuss, because sometimes even calls have to go more private calls just because of that. And we're listening. We've heard you guys. The 4 Valkyries yesterday got together. Every Friday we have a meeting. If you guys ever need something talked about, talk to us right before then, because that's our weekly meeting. And we discussed it, and we discussed it heavily. And I mean heavily. It basically took up most of our meeting. And one thing we discussed is maturity levels. You guys are mature. We right now only have, I believe, I could be off by one, but I believe we only have one skater that's really even underage per se. That is, I believe they're 15. Outside of that, you guys are all more older, more mature. Cussing, we have the four of us acknowledged, is very much mainstream these days. I'll give you the example I gave them, which is Taylor Swift. She's about as good girly as it gets. Taylor Swift has the F word in a lot of her songs these days. Sabrina Carpenter. What's the other one I used? No, I'm not going to say it. Olivia Rodrigo, right? So cussing has become mainstream on TV. It's not even like late night TV anymore. It's just in your common sitcom, kind of sitcom kind of shows. It's really rare to find someone probably, under the age of 10 that is not really active. Yeah, like Nen said, you can't really go to an elementary school. Nen's mom works at a school and has openly talked about that too. So anyways, we trust you guys. We trust you to be responsible with this. We trust you to use this in moderation. There are no per se rules with it as far as what words are allowed, what aren't allowed. That we just determined is too much of a gray area to have to say this is okay, this isn't. So this is going to now fall under the don't be that guy category. And you guys know what that means. That means just be responsible, think ahead, things like that. Do not go into a chill call and just start saying the F word 82 times because it's funny. Maud, you're not in the call, but I'm talking to you. Don't do that. Use it if you're going to be, if you're going to feel comfortable cussing on Skade, use it in conversation like you would if you're talking to your friend. Don't use it in a way just to cuss, just because now on Skade you can cuss. Another really big thing I want to emphasize is we still have the rules. You cannot cuss at each other, not even jokingly. So I cannot say to Evan, F you or something like that. We don't do that here. Number one, he could still take it offensively, especially if he doesn't know if I'm in a joking mood. Yeah, Evan. Two, other people are hearing that. They might not know that we are both in joking moods, as you guys often can't figure out Evan and I's weird friendship with putting each other down. So we definitely don't want to make that uncomfortable for anyone. So same rule applies from before. You cannot cuss at each other. Don't put each other down in general. Skaters are very, very good about not doing that, so I don't see this being a problem. BB, you and Moodle, no more. There's a few of us that have friendships where we do, we do razz each other a bit. So, but cussing still has to stay off the table for that. Another thing too is be considerate of the people in the call with you. If you and Driver, I'm going to use you an example like I did in Leeds. So Driver, if I know for say that Driver doesn't like the F word, I know that it makes Driver uncomfortable. As my friend, when I'm in a call with Driver, I won't do that. It's just called being a friend, being nice, being considerate to others. And we do that here. If we know someone doesn't like spiders and it really freaks them out, we don't flood them with spider gifts, right? We don't do that. It's just not cool, and it makes someone could potentially feel uncomfortable. The big news is we're now allowing cussing, Ellie. That's the new big news. But it has a little thing to go with it. and that's what I'm talking about right now. And so remember, moderation, don't cuss just to cuss. Don't go into call just dropping F-bombs left and right, because now you guys can. Use it as if you were using it in a normal conversation, something that you would be talking to, like if I'm talking to Evan, or half the time you guys hear me and Evan, like I said, Evan and I are by far the worst on the server in general. We just had a Fortnite call, and yeah, the F word came out because I was mad. It happens, and that's normal conversation. I feel comfortable enough with you guys to do that. I want you guys to also feel comfortable. We also don't want anyone to continue to feel shame because, oh my gosh, I accidentally said a word. We had something really recently, a What Are We Playing session, and someone who I'd never heard cuss before cussed. And And they felt horrible and they apologized profusely. And I'm like, no, really, it's okay. No, really, it's okay. No, really, it's okay, because it is. It's a word. It's all it is. It's a word. You guys are of an age that you're hearing cussing, like we mentioned, even going down to, like, I would say probably younger than age 10, but at least age 10. And so again, in case you missed this, Sally, the few things that go with this are moderation. Don't go into calls just to cuss. Just do it like normal conversation. And 2, if there's someone in the call that you know is not comfortable with a certain word, don't don't use it around them. Just like we would not use, just as we wouldn't say things, negatively or something that we knew would upset them regardless. That doesn't change. Now, there's one thing that we haven't talked about, and that is written text, right? So because written text you can't hear tone with written text. If you hear me, say a cuss word, but you can hear in my voice, I'm laughing, I'm being silly, you understand that's in a very positive way. If it's in written, as you guys know, with texting, sometimes it's very hard to read tone in texting. Because of that, we're still going to ask that you try your best, okay, to not cuss in text. There are some of you that only are in text. You do not vocalize for whatever reason. You don't. And so if you need to, if you're telling your story or doing it, yes, you are still welcome to use that cuss word in that. But again, please try your best not to have to, or make sure that if it's part of a story you're telling or something, that in it we can very clearly read. That's a funny picture. We can very clearly read the room and read that you will be, it's taken in a very lighthearted way. No derogatory cussing, no slurs, no racist slurs, no homophobic slurs, anything negative in that context. Don't do it. It's not allowed here. It's never been allowed, even in reactionary form. Things like that are not allowed. We're talking about your just basic cussing, and that does include the F word. You can use the F word. Don't be offensive. Exactly. That's a great way to say it, Jakey. Just don't be offensive with your cussing. Let it flow out of your mouth like as if you're just normally talking, or you hear me and Evan talk all the time, that kind of thing. So does anyone have questions? BB, stop. You're so bad. Does anyone have questions? Because I'm sure you guys have some questions. Mama Skade is taking off her training wheels. I know, guys. We're 3.5, as I just learned. We're so big. We've got pull-ups on now, and we're allowed to use some big boy words. So Evan says it's definitely a big deal. So if any of you have concerns or questions, please don't be afraid to ask them. If there's a word that you're not sure if it's appropriate, because maybe where you live, this is a very common word, but you've heard that in the US, it's quite offensive. And I'm not saying the F word, S word, any of the normal cuss words. Ask a Valkyrie, please. Ask us. Just say, hey, can I talk to one of you in private really quick? Because I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable. I know in some countries, different words mean kind of different things. She's talking to you, Aussies. That's funny. So if you have questions, if there's a particular word that you don't really feel comfortable saying until you know if it's okay or not, just ask us. If there's a way of, I kind of want to joke around and say this word, but I don't know if this comes off as offensive, joking, cussing, ask us. Just ask us. And also, and I asked the leads of this, but I'm also wanted to extend this to everyone, is help each other with this. If you're hearing something that you think is a little too far, maybe someone literally is just kind of coming into the call just to say the F word 82 times, tell them, hey, stop. That's not really cool. That's not what us being allowed to cuss is about. We want to just be able to talk like we're having normal conversations. And if a word comes out, it comes out. So don't be afraid to do that. If there is someone doing that, and it's kind of bothering you because of the fact that they're just literally coming in there to drop the F-bomb 82 times, let one of us know. We'll talk to them. All right. Yeah. So that's a lot. Should we worry about swearing in Among Us? No. That's literally part of the Supa. It's part of it.
This is a blanket rule. This will be everywhere. This is allowed everywhere.
For everywhere. So,
as long as you keep in mind. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead, finish
I was
your
going to say, as long as you keep in mind, as long as you kind of just can take into consideration what Blue has said and just make sure you're respectful and you respect other people and their feelings on it, then yeah, you literally can swear anywhere. It's not against the rules anymore.
And this is something Jake.
It's one of those games that gets
heated
at each other. You feel me?
Well, we still can't swear at each other, but that's just a don't do that. We don't really do that anyway. So the cuss words that do fly out of everybody's mouths here regularly are never that way. Jakey, I want to thank you for bringing that up, Jakey, because that is something I wanted to bring up is venting and live channels. In the past, that has been the one area on Skade you could actually type a cuss word, but you had to spoiler it. Now, you no longer have to spoiler those words in those particular channels, but please keep in mind, if you're cussing in that post, it's probably a heated post. If it's a heated post, you might still want to spoiler it just so that someone reading it doesn't, give your typical kind of trigger warnings. You just don't have to say swears. In the past, you guys had to spoiler and say swears. You no longer have to do that. Now it's, trigger warning. I'm talking about XYZ, whatever it is that you're talking about that might have been a sensitive subject, anyways. So that's not really changing too much. Again, we're asking, don't text swearing unless you absolutely have to. For those of you that do stay muted, I know we have a few of you, you're welcome to more do it, but that's because you're not able to kind of, voice what you would normally say regardless. And again, be kind to each other, be respectful to each other. If you, like I said, if you know someone's not comfortable with it, just don't. We're all friends here. And we want to make sure everyone feels comfortable. So, and if you are someone that just doesn't, you just, I just hate the F word, it really bothers me. Feel free to let them know and just say, I'd prefer you guys don't cuss, but if you need to, I understand. Because in life too, that's a little bit of life too. This is a little area where sometimes we just have to learn to bend, but not break. I use that phrase a lot, bend, but don't break. But at the same time, our friends should also be very courteous to us in general. So any specific questions before we move on? Because we have one other kind of exciting thing that we're kind of announcing, which is something that Evan will be talking about here in a minute. But is there anything else, any specific questions that you guys have? How are you guys feeling about this? There's Ragnar's message. Some of you are going to be very excited. BB will now officially stop muting, which is great. Evan and I are the worst, and you guys all know that. If you've been in calls with us for the last year and a half, you know that. I'm
no longer gonna have cognitive dissonance over it.
I only have one thing to say. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to say it. I'm trying to be really good right now. I'm trying to be good. Driver's worse. Yeah, for most of us, especially if you're in teams with me, I'm just so sorry. Jake literally hears the worst of us.
Does this mean if I cuss on video, it's fine?
It's fine. Yep, they're your videos, Dusty. Yep, they're your videos. For our Skade, per se official stuff that eventually content team, we're going to get some good stuff going, and media team, we're going to get some good stuff going. We will not cuss in those, but yeah, for this, Dusty, go right ahead. You're welcome to. Again, just we don't cuss at each other. I just really want to make sure I hammer that home. You guys are responsible. You guys act very responsible. Mm-hmm. Yes, Ragnar's going to be so excited. Some of you guys have really struggled to be in calls because of this, because you're afraid. I was going to say, Supa, Ken, bring Kent back. Things that... For some of you guys that, have really had to, really censor yourselves because cussing is just a form of, vocalization for you. It's just a form, it's just part of your language. We don't want you to feel shame anymore for accidentally cussing. Evan and I used to feel shame all the time. And then as you guys have seen the last few months, we just don't fucking care. It just is what it is. And it is what it is. And I feel comfortable enough to talk how I would normally talk with you. I want you guys to feel comfortable with how you would normally talk with me.
Yeah, it really feels good that we're finally ripping that Band-Aid off.
We are. And this is a Band-Aid. It took us a bit. We're just explaining to the leads. It's
been peeling for a while. The adhesive was still there. It's been peeling, and today we're right, we've got most of the Band-Aid off. Let's just rip that final bit off.
We are.
So, let's fucking go.
So
let's fucking go!
Cussing's allowed, you guys. We can do this, but remember, not at each other, and not just to do it. If you're saying a phrase like that, absolutely. If someone's in a call, Maud, I'm eyeballing you again. And they're literally just doing this to do this. Just make sure you just gently remind them, hey, that's not cool. Don't be that guy. Like, don't be that guy. So this is a lot of this is going to fall under the don't be that guy rule, which is not per se a hard firm rule. It's a let's Fortnite go. I love it. So just keep all that in mind, and we're going to be fine. Now, I will tell you, the Valkyries are looking at a few other areas of also loosening, and we're still working out some things. We're still ironing things out. We also want to see how this goes. This is in a sense a little like a snapshot for us to see how is this going to work. How are you guys going to handle this? And as we bring in new skaters, they will just know ahead of time that this is now this is how this is going to go. When we're doing, when we're kind of doing the introductions to them, we're going to let them know we do allow cussing, but this is how you have to do it. And I honestly don't think we're going to have an issue. Like I said, we looked at every single skater, we looked at every name, and went, I don't see a single person. We did have some people here before, as you guys know, that would greatly struggle with this, but they are not here anymore, and they're not here not because of that. They're not here for other reasons. But yeah.
And Jake, we will do that. By the way, we can make sure that's worded.
Yep. Nina's going to be on that. Nina's the one that needs to edit that, but we needed to make sure we didn't want to edit it. Some of you guys know when like the slightest thing changes in the Discord, like literally you guys just know. And we didn't want this getting out before we were ready. So yeah, so then today we'll get that updated. Yeah, I think we're old enough. 3.5 is a great age for swearing.
Exactly.
Have you met a 3.5-year-old? This is what they do.
Doesn't swear. Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you don't feel comfortable with swearing, and there's a few of you, I know a few of you that don't necessarily swear. You're fine with hearing it, but you don't swear yourself. Please don't feel pressure. There's no pressure with this. This isn't everybody else is doing it, I should do it too. No, that's not it at all. This is just, we're more opening up. We're being more relaxed. We're being more skaters, I would say. We're not old communities. We're here. We're ourselves, and we're our own independent. Wow, that's a word. Independent. We're making our own. Yep. And so now, really quickly, one last thing I want to add to this, and then Evan, I hope you're ready. Is we do still have some core rules, right? Now, Midgard has its own sets of rules, of course, and the servers too. But there's still 3 things that you guys are just not allowed to talk about. And these are things that we probably will never allow. So, and that is religion, politics, and sex. And those 3 things just to keep our community appreciative of each other and not to have, thoughts of, oh, I didn't know they would do that. That upsets me, or I'm disappointed to hear they're that religion or they're that political party. We have enough of that in our life. We don't need it here. Those are just areas that, hard no-nos, exactly. Those are just areas that we don't need. And so those things will not be changing. Those 3 very big topics will never be changing here. So for those of you who are wondering, oh gosh, what's happening to Skade? Is there going to go now where we can do all this? No, not at all. We're just trying to make things more comfortable in the areas that we do feel comfortable changing. So, and like I said, we do have a few, what was that? Can you repeat everything you just said? Basically, politics, religion, and sex. And then by sex, I mean sex in general. Sex in a TV show, questions about sex. It's just not here, guys. So politics and religion are the reason I don't feel comfortable with those 2. And I'm not the only one. We all don't feel comfortable. And by all, I mean most skaters also, is when you find out someone is a particular religion or a particular political or affiliated with a particular political party, it can and will cause people to think a little differently of that person. We don't need that here. We just don't need that here. We're skaters, we're gamers, we're autistics, we're friends. We're family. And that's what we need to stay. So, adult beverages. Nope. We don't really talk about alcohol, drugs and things like that are just, again, those aren't like, I mean, I guess you could say they are kind of a hard rule, but they're just don't do it. Not everyone is at that stage in life. And some people have family that have really struggled with those things. So we just don't do it. We do skirt around it. Things like, apple juice. Evan, really likes apple juice. And not just enjoys apple juice. Evan enjoys the making of it. Like it's actually like a very actually the culture of it, right? Exactly. And so there's ways that we've always been able to talk about things without hurting each other's feelings, without upsetting one. just keep doing that. Just keep doing what you guys are normally doing. We don't need to change that rule or do anything like that. Yeah. So, yeah, political stuff, as you guys know, especially if you're American, we don't want to know about politics right now. Not on Skade. We do get a little gray area-ish at times, of course, as you guys have seen in some of the What Are We Playing calls. We do get a little gray sometimes because there are things that come up, and we do try to skirt around it, but we do try to do our best to not get too into it. For those of you that have been having to be in some of those calls, I'm just sorry. Things here
more
a little
about
bit
the
rough for a
knowledge
while.
side. It's more about the knowledge around political systems than we really are voting for someone else.
Well, for us, it's the only thing that's really kind of allowed, and this is where Evan literally excels at, is bringing up more old political history, meaning back in 1910 or the 1800s or something like that, but not current politics. Current politics, we just can't, because one person might feel very strongly about something and someone else might feel the opposite, and now we've just put a little split in Skade, and it just isn't happening on my watch. It's not happening on any of the Valkyrie watch. So
it isn't cohesive with a good
save that for private talks with your friends, or other places that you can kind of vent that stuff out. So, all right. So those are the only things I just want to make sure you guys understand. Yes, you can cuss, you can say that word, you can do it in conversation. Feel free to be yourselves, but remember, not at each other. Moderation. Don't just do it just to do it. No politics, religion, or sex, and we're good. We're kosher, guys. This is great.
Yep.
So, all right. So, Evan, your turn. For me, who was not going to talk much at all, I talked a lot. So, I'm going to sit back.
Yeah, you did. But it was all very important, and I think it was best coming from you because you explained it very well.
And if anyone has issues or concerns, come to me. This is, at the end of the day, this sat on my shoulders, and we made the decision unanimously as a Valkyries, but if someone's mom's be upset, please come to me. So, okay?
Absolutely. This is all very important. So even though we did take a lot of time on it, it was very important because it's a big deal. But we're going to move on. So one other exciting announcement we're making, kind of to the Discord, is a new channel. And this is actually an idea that was suggested by a Skade in the Ideas channel, and this is being implemented because all of Valkyries really liked it. And that is a Looking for Games channel. So obviously we did have, and we currently do still have, some old Looking for Game pings. We've always said, like, you guys can ping, like, the entire people with that category and say, like, hey, I'm looking for a game of Among Us. Hey, I want to play some Fortnite. You guys down? And, like, do, like, a Looking for Game ping. But all we would ever hear is, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get anybody angry or upset. I don't want somebody to yell at me for pinging them. And it's like, well, no. All the people who would get annoyed at you for doing that have already left. But it's still kind of embedded in kind of, like, people's kind of minds. So this was, like, the perfect kind of change and adjustment that I think we needed to kind of bring this back. So this channel is going to be the Looking for Game channel, and it's going to be a channel where you can do a Looking for Game ping, and it will just be a general Looking for Game ping. So it's not going to be like a specific game, but when you do the ping, you'll be able to kind of say, like, what game you want to play. So let's say, like, it's, I don't know, you've got some free time, you've got a couple of hours to kill, and you are really feeling in the mood for some more Among Us, right? It's not a what are we playing hour, it's just a random, hour in the day. You'll just ping in the channel, the Looking for Game ping, and then you'll say, hey guys, I'm going to play some Among Us, you want to join? And then that'll get people involved. So the other great thing about having it in the channel is it means that if you don't like getting pings and you see that channel light up, you know exactly what's going on. You know what that ping was, and you can go, oh, that's Looking for Game. I'm not really in the mood. I'm just going to not look at that. So I think it's a really good and really healthy compromise, and I think this is a really good kind of update to what was a really good idea, but I think this will be a more practical alternative. So it's going to be just underneath the What Are We Playing channel. You guys should now all be able to see it. So if you go to the daily category, it's just underneath the What Are We Playing channel. So yeah, you guys will be
way
able to
up
use
there.
that.
Way up there. So you don't have to go looking for it. It's right there. Also, can I add one tiny little thing?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. For those of you that always want your What Are You Playing games played, but they never get votes, use that channel. Use it. That's how we're going to know how to play Goose Goose Duck. That's how we're going to know how to play some of these other games that you guys want to play. Oftentimes people don't vote for things that they don't know how to play. Hi, I'm one of those people. I don't do well with change. I get anxious with new games I don't know how to play. But if, let's say Panda is like, hey, I really want to play this game, go there and ask. We want you guys to use this. We really, really, really want you guys to start using this. So yeah, that's all. Okay,
absolutely. One thing I want to say actually really quick as a small side note, I'm actually really glad you keep trying him because it's a good sign that you're feeling a lot better. We had planned that you were barely doing any talking. So I'm actually really happy that you're talking
I actually woke up today feeling so much better.
That's really good. So yeah, so obviously like this is exactly what the channel's for. Like we don't want you guys to be dependent on when me, Blue, Nin, or BB are around, because although we will always do What Are We Playings, we want you guys to be able to play outside of that. Like the Skade is not tied to we only play at this one time on this day. No, you have literally all day to play anything you want. So that's the entire point of this. It's so that you guys can run your own sessions and have fun. So I think we aren't going to have any rules on it, obviously. I think there's a bit of respect. Obviously, don't do the ping like 3 times in a row because you're desperate for people to join. Do the ping once, talk about what you're playing, and then just see if people are interested. If you know there's somebody who'd like to play, you can ping them individually. But yeah, just obviously don't abuse the ping. Just do the ping, and then and people will join. So it's going to be a really great feature, and you'll be able to use this whenever you want. So please, like, don't feel ashamed to use this. This is what this channel's made for. So it's all in this one channel. So don't ever feel any anxiety about doing a ping and getting people interested in the game. We want you guys to do this. So yeah, I think this is a really, really positive change.
Can I add one more thing really quick?
Yes, you can. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks. I don't know if that's a put down now, Evan.
No, it's good. It's
so
a good
Allie,
thing.
I was just gonna say I pinged in Allie so you guys could see it. Also, I just want to add one little thing, and I did mention this when we brought up at Leeds, is let's say Abby's at work and he heard about a new game, or he's like, I want to do some Jackbox, or I want to do something else. And he knows he won't be home for like 3 or 4 hours. If you know, like later today you're going to have time, feel free to ping then and say, hey, Evan can say, hey, I'm at work right now, but I want to play some Steely Wheelie Automobile for some of you restricted players. You can also use it for restricted. Just know you have to have the restricted role to actually play it in restricted. If you don't have the role and you want it, let one of us know. But so just know you can, because sometimes if you ping, you're like, hey, I want to play Among Us, and you want to play right now, and maybe there are people that might want to play, but they're not home right now. They're at work or they're there. So feel free to even say like later today, and throw out a time or something like that, and see if anyone would be interested in getting together, especially in these evenings. You Americans, we got to get the evenings going again. It's hard because we work in the evenings now, but So anyways, okay, I'm so sorry, Evan. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Don't apologize. Like I said, like I'm pleased that you're feeling well, because you usually do most of the talking. You're usually the one running these conversations, so I'm just pleased that you're able to do this. We didn't know if you were going to be able to, so this is great. So yeah, do you guys have any questions on this? And if not, then I will move on to the next stuff. So yeah,
you guys think you'll use it? I think you'll use it. I think especially now that it's not specifically for one game or another, and it could be too. Like maybe you just want to hang on Midgard and like, just play a little Midgard and talk, things like that. So you'll use the heck out of it. Cool,
it can be anything, like literally anything. And it's
definitely
something I'm really looking forward to seeing implemented. So yeah, that's great. I'll just make sure. So none of you have any questions. It doesn't look like any of you have any questions or concerns.
What's the role called, then? Because I can't find the role at all.
Yeah, I've been looking for the role.
What's the role called then? Is it looking for games?
Looking for games. 1 second. I gotta add it to the things.
Sorry.
Wow.
we do it before. Here's the thing, guys. Just like the swearing.
5 minutes.
Before, someone is in Jake, I'm probably looking at you. Someone's gonna notice a slight change in the algorithm. So I love the word algorithm.
So yeah,
there we go.
There you go. Now you guys can use it.
Yep, so make sure you guys have the role.
It's not working. So
and where's Gustav? Is Gustav in the call? Thank you,
I don't think Gustav is in the call.
This was Gustav's idea. Yeah, so everybody say thank you to Gustav, because this was a fantastic idea. We love your guys' ideas.
And this is the benefit of using the Ideas channel. We do look at them every week when we have Valkyrie meetings, so we do make sure that we are looking at them. Like I always am very good as well at making sure that we don't leave the meeting without at least having a quick gander at some of them.
Yeah, he's the responsible one in the call.
I unfortunately, but yeah.
Phoebe's the pretty one.
So yeah, this is all really good stuff. I think I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys use this 100%. So I think since none of you have any like real questions, I think we shall move on to the next important thing. So and Blue kind of already mentioned this, but the Olympics, the Skate Olympics, is being pushed back.
We have a new date. That's all in Skate Talk.
Yeah, it's all in Skate Talk, so it's all been announced. So that's still happening. It's just obviously there's been some unforeseen things that have happened in the last couple of weeks. So it's just, it's just been, you have to apologize, obviously got sick. So it does, predictably, it does halt progress on things, but that's okay.
It was
We're okay it was Heavenitis, exactly. So yeah, just look in Skade Talk for more information surrounding that. Okay, next thing to move on to is we have some contests that are currently underway. So, one's a contest, one's more of a showcase. So first I'll discuss the Note Block Showcase. So in the contest channel, I kind of posted about a bit of a showcase that's coming up. This is going to be like the art showcase that we did last year, and this is essentially going to be an opportunity to make your own Note Block song. You can be a Redstone noob, and you could literally be the best, you could be literally talented at making Note Block songs. It doesn't matter. And you're just going to make a song, and then on the 24th, so basically in 2 weeks, we will be showcasing it on Valhalla. So we're going to look at all the songs you guys have made, and we're going to listen to them. So there are some guidelines in the contest channel to help kind of, get you guys sort of the idea of what we want. So, for example, I'll just read a couple of them out. So, for example, the submission needs to be at least 30 seconds long, just so, your submission isn't, boop, I played a note. There you go, that's my submission.
This is so I actually make a real song.
This is just to make sure people actually really put some time into this. It doesn't need to be anything special. It could literally be a random amalgamation of notes, but just a little bit of duration so we know that you guys have worked on this. And no, you can't have one note block and have 1 million repeaters on the slowest thing. That would be 30 seconds, but also wouldn't work. So actually try and come up with something.
That's a fantastic idea, man.
Yes, it is. And I also, the other kind of main guideline is the submission needs to be original. So if you can't just go on YouTube and do a tutorial and go, aha, see, I found a really good one. I could literally do a Madonna song and Note Block song. Take that. No, this is going to be your own tune. This is going to be your own little song. It doesn't matter if it sounds really good or if it sounds really janky. Just come up with something original. So the due date for this, and again, it's all on the channel. So if you forget what I'm saying, it's all in the channel. But you'll have until the 23rd of August on Friday. So that's the day before we do the showcase, basically, to get this all submitted. Obviously, if there's a really awkward situation where you've had to tend to something, just let me know and I can kind of adjust it so you can still have your showcase. But yeah, that's the due date. That's the deadline. So that's the Note Block contest. And then what's also happening as well, and this is sort of later on down the line, but still very relevant, we are having an actual contest, and this is going to be the Heimdall Icon Art Contest. So what does this mean? So the bot team is essentially releasing a community bot called Heimdall, and we need a profile picture for it. We need an icon for it to make it stand out. This is where you guys come in. You guys are going to create your own original artwork of basically an icon for the bot. And the submissions need to be Nordic or Viking themed. And the due date for this is going to be Monday, September 30th. So the prize winner, the person who wins this, the person whose icon will get used, will receive a $10 Amazon gift card. So try and participate in this if you can, because you might surprise yourself and you might win this. We have some really talented artists, but we've also had some really awesome other submissions win too that have been quite surprising. So yeah, if you just look in the channel, you'll get the information there on that. So you've still got loads of time to work on this, but there are some kind of main important points. So for example, this can't be an AI generated image. You can't just put it in a bot and say, hey, make this for me. You've got to draw it yourself. And yeah, the submissions should ideally be Nordic/Viking themed. So you can obviously look up some examples of how that might look and kind of morph that into your own style. But yeah, basically no AI generations and Nordic/Viking themed. So yeah, you've got loads of time to do this. So again, just keep an eye on the channel. Just don't let the date pass you by, because sometimes when we have things late in the months, we often forget. So don't forget about this, and we will do more reminders as we get closer. We'll remind you guys.
I need the reminders.
We'll do a reminder at the next town hall meeting, because that'll be before this as well. So yeah, that's everything there. Any of you guys have any questions about these things? Anything you want to quickly ask before we move on? Because after I finish speaking here, BB is going to be talking for a little bit. I'll just look in the channel, look in the voice chat. I have a different channel open right now, so I need to just quickly go back to the voice chat. And thank you, Jake, for posting a link to those. Thanks, Jake, for posting a message, a link to those messages as well, so you guys can read those. Again, if you've tuned me out, which I really don't blame you guys, you've had to put up with me all week.
What? Is he still talking? Sorry,
exactly. Then
thank you,
all the
Arctic.
information
I love
there.
my tattoos.
Nope, doesn't look like we've got any questions.
Okay, cool.
Deadline for
so
no
easy today.
contest again. The 23rd of August, Jakey.
Yep,
So basically 13 days from today. So yeah, you guys plenty of time. Okay, great. Looks like that's it. All right. Well, I'll pass this over to BB because now BB is going to be speaking about an upcoming release. So go ahead, BB.
Now that he can cuss, we've been able to unmute him. So
Yeah. Mine's not going to take too long. It's just depending on how quickly you all can get over to the ice cave, the boat. So start running.
Oh, remember you can fly. We have flies.
Oh, yeah, we can fly now.
Yep.
You could also just warp, we
or
do
you
have
can
that
warp. Yeah. I always forget.
That would find me remembering that exists.
Warp portal
like
lobby. Thank you, Jake. I like
easier.
playing. Or you can crawl.
Yeah, that's not very effective.
You're right.
And if you go to the rear side of our lovely ice cave, the rear, everyone's favorite side.
Hell yeah.
Here we go, dude.
So true, bestie. So true.
Waiting on everyone. Waiting. We have everyone.
I think.
Okay, I get the pleasure
Who needs a tiki?
for a Moodle who could not be here today. Tomorrow at what time did we say? 2 p.m. EST.
Yep, 2 p.m.
We will be meeting here to unveil the brand new Midgard Zoo, or as I've been calling it, the Azoodle.
Azoodle.
Since Amoodle worked so hard on this. So the zoo, she did their best to set this up like an actual real-life zoo. It's really cool. We have a lot of custom animals that are in this. So, for example, we do have some brown bears in there. No more stupid polar bears and panda bears. They're losers. We want the brown bears, the ones that look cool. There's an aquarium, a whole bunch of cool stuff. And it is going to be expanded, I believe, monthly. So more animals to come. So 2 p.m. EST, be here tomorrow to get in the zoo.
And the idea too, when Moodle and I, well, we all talked to Moodle about it, but when Moodle and I specifically first talked about it, is a Moodle will actually even do some education for you guys. As you guys know, a Moodle works in a zoo. And the kind of one of the original ideas was to have like one Saturday every couple months or something where Moodle can come in and actually talk about the animals and give good animal facts and stuff like that. So it's really, really exciting. This is like, I am so proud of Moodle for doing this. This is just very, very exciting. And BB, thank you so much for working with her on that. Yeah. Zoo tours at the Azoodle. The Azoodle. I love it. I say we do a Zoodle. It's cute.
Blue, we have a place for our chickens now.
I know. This is so exciting. So tomorrow, you guys, 2 p.m. EST, 1 hour before tavern time. We will be here checking out the Midgard Zoo. So Zoodle tours with the Moodle. Yep.
And we can go if you guys want to come back to the town hall area. We can go do that through the portal over here.
Oh wait, didn't you? While we're over here, did we want to just stay over here for the other one since we're already over here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that idea too. Everybody, get your little booties back over here.
Right. So this is. So yeah, so we actually, that didn't even occur to me. So this is great news. So the farm team has been working hard and we have another new farm to announce. So I'm actually going to pass this over to JW, who will tell you guys about the new farm that we've released.
Take a field trip. Yep, Jake, you got a lot of work ahead of you, Jake.
Or Jake's you, or do you want me to... Do you want me or Drummer to do the talking, JW? I don't know, if you're able to unmute.
One of you two do, and I don't remember what the farm is.
Okay, so this is going to be an updated. This is an updated Hoglin farm. We found that the old version wasn't working as well as the, as it could, basically. So we all worked together, and we've managed to update the farm. So JW's worked really hard to make this work. So if you guys go through to the farm portal room, you can already go straight across to the new farm. So guys, step in and let's have a look at the new Hoglin farm. So this one works
right to the portal.
Way more efficiently. Yep, this one works way more efficiently than the last one we had. So it's just a great update, and it's exactly where you come to get your your cooked pork chops, basically.
And you can
did everybody make it? I think there are some people who didn't quite find the portal. There are some people. Blue.
I'm on my way. Hold on, I can't type and walk. Hi.
Okay. And then over here.
There we go.
Here.
Hi.
Hi. Yep. So this is a really
girl.
positive.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. This is a very positive change, and yeah, very excited to provide this to all of you. And yeah, the farm team is still working on updating farms that need updating. We're not going to update farms that don't need an update, so don't worry about seeing all the farms change overnight. We're only working on the ones where we're like, oh, that could really do with some adjustment. So yeah, we've kind of taken on all the feedback that we got a while ago when we sent out the form, and we just, while we were looking at all the farms and kind of going, does this need adjustment? We realized, oh wow, this Hoglin farm is outdated. So yeah, just a really good adjustment, really good update. JW worked really hard on this with some little bit of help from the other farm team members, and we've got another. Is
this supposed to be protected by chance? Just curious.
No, it's a
farm area, so it shouldn't be protected.
It's a farm area.
And PvP, the PvP.
We don't need no PvP stuff here.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to ask because I didn't know, and someone someone had mentioned it. So yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So another thing as well, and this is a bit of a teaser. The farm team are also working on another update. Yeah, don't attack each other.
Going hand to hand.
We'll also be working on we're also working on another farm. We're going to be introducing that probably by the time next town hall rolls around. So we're going to do this quite gradually. But we have got a new updated version of another current farm that we are going to release to you guys, which will be a really massive quality of life change, both from a function use and also just from efficiency. So yeah, it's going to be great. So yeah, you guys can come here anytime basically and just use this. It's all functioning and ready.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you, farm team. This looks rad.
Yeah.
For you people that like farms, this is really cool.
Absolutely it is. Right, let me just quickly look. So now we are going to be talking a little bit about some Asgard stuff. So I'm going to pass this over to Nin, and Nin is going to talk to you guys a little bit about that. So Nin, go ahead.
I have some fun news regarding the Mario Kart tournament that we kind of mentioned last town hall. I have some official pictures now that I'm posting in voice chat 1, and then I'm going to be making an official announcement in Asgard News very, very soon. So as you can see, there's Mario Kart on Asgard, and it's labeled as coming soon. And there will be 3 modes, at least at the beginning, that will be permanently there past a Mario Kart tournament. You'll be able to play Grand Prix, which is basically just racing. You'll have a total of 12 players. And then if you want to play by yourself, you can play time trials, which will basically put you up against your own time to get the fastest time on the tracks. And then lastly, if you're playing with other players, you can play battle mode, which will effectively be a battle to the death while in the racing carts.
That sounds fun.
And as
I challenge you, driver.
As for the maps that we currently have, fully 100% completed, or nearly 100% completed. We have first is Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii.
Yay!
And you can see some fun moving parts that will make the racing a little bit more difficult. Secondly, we have Bowser's Castle from the N64.
You guys, we watched this yesterday. It is so cool. This is the one, Evan, that had the floor. It is really, really cool.
Nice. Yeah, this is a really exciting announcement. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, we've been talking a lot about this in Valkyrie, and it's just amazing.
And then lastly, for our first battle course, we have Block Fort from the N64.
It's so cool. And that's for the battle one.
A lot on the DS.
Yep, that will be where you'll battle it to the death.
That's where you go die.
Yeah.
Now do warp pipes.
Oh, that'd be way...
Functioning.
And something that's fun that I am trying to make work currently is actually having official Mario Kart sound effects using computer craft. Which is possible with the programming and stuff you can do with that. You can make it play custom audio and everything.
Is that what you were showing us yesterday with having the sounds coming through?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like it like the starting sounds is the Mario Kart sounds. It's awesome. You guys are in for like a really big Asgard treat because this is so rad. And yeah, we will be having an actual tournament, but like Nen said, the idea went from tournament to permanently in the game. So this will be there permanently on Asgard. You guys will be able to access this anytime you want.
It's gonna be awesome.
I know, right, Supa? I was like, Supa's gonna love this. Also, the talk of, did you want to explain kind of like how the cars would work? Because I believe we're gonna try and do it different ways with, because I know one of the questions you guys have asked is, can we bring our own cars? Will there be cars? And then it's got a pretty good solution for that.
Were you saying that like?
Yeah, like you. Like, did you? Well, because how?
Like
what
for
you
me
said
to
yesterday.
talk
Yeah,
or for you
yeah.
to? Okay.
No, I don't. No, you gotta do talking on that. I'm not really.
So
I mean, I know what the answer is, but yeah.
For when you want to play for the Grand Prix mode, there will be kind of a toggle on if you bring your own cart or if you want pre-selected kind of randomized carts. And with that, it will basically be just kind of a toggle. And I'm not 100% confident to say yet, but there might be some kind of inventory system where it clears out your items and then gives it to you back when you're done playing. But I don't want to be 100% confident in saying that before I actually make it working and everything. And same with potential item system. There might be an item system, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you for working on this, Nin. Like, seriously, I think this is going to be a really exciting thing to come to Asgard in the near future. A very exciting thing.
I agree. I think it's time to show everyone why my name's Driver.
Absolutely. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about regarding this, Nin, or was that kind of everything?
That was basically it, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, fantastic. Well, we've pretty much talked about everything. So all we need to do now, before we kind of move on. Actually, should we do the kudos now, Blue, or should we let the players talk?
Yeah. No, let's have the players talk. Let's end with kudos. But Abby, we are still going to have an actual tournament. That's why I said it kind of went from like the idea of a tournament to now being a permanent thing, but we are definitely still going to have a tournament. Like, there's no going
they were
around.
meaning for Mario Kart 8.
I'm done. I'm sorry. Ignore me. I'm just Blue. Ignore me. No, that we still need to have to. Dodo Bird. We still need to do that. So, Abby, do you want to like get together and we can maybe get it planned and get it going? Because I want to do that. Oh my god, yes. Okay, Obs, I'm putting you down. You're getting a channel. By the way, really quickly, I forgot to mention this at the last yes. I forgot to mention this at the last town hall. If you guys have ideas for events, whether they be in Minecraft, if they are in, I don't know, Fortnite, anything, if they're just Mario Kart, anything. If you guys have ideas for events, we are doing things a little bit different now than we used to do as far as like mini games went. Now we're doing it more in like individual stuff. So like Abby, I will give us a channel and we'll get to working on this. We have a few things currently being in the works on Vanaheim, Midgard. And so yes, if you guys have what was that, Jake? There you go. Exactly. There's an example. So yeah, so when you guys want to, like Abby, like if you want to do another Spelling Goose or Miracle Lyrical, let me know. You guys are now in charge of your own events. I mean, you've always kind of been in charge of them, but now you get more support with it. You get channels, you get access to Valkyries a lot easier. We've just restructured how we are doing that, and it's working really, really well. So if you guys have ideas for an event in Midgard, Vanaheim, what are all of our servers' names? Asgard, Valhalla. Let us know if you have a totally different game. Like I want to host an Among Us event or something. No worries. Like, let us know. We'll get you a channel made. We'll get you the resources that you need, and we'll help you get what it is you want to get done, accomplished. So I know Panda's got one they're waiting on right now too. All right. So I'm sorry, Evan, go ahead.
It's okay. So before we kind of wrap this up, we've got a couple of things. So Jake is going to talk about the website. And then we will kind of give you guys an opportunity if anybody wants to really like talk about anything at Town Hall. We'll let you guys do that, and then we will wrap this up with kudos. So, on that note, Jake, are you ready to talk about the website related stuff?
Everybody
go. Not, but let's go. We're at the Town Hall area, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So last month during Town Hall, obviously we released the forums on the website, and it went really well. We had done, testing before. We had made sure the server was going to be able to handle it, and it did. For some reason, on that day, it handled it brilliantly. So thank you everybody who actually signed up. We had about 24 people sign up in one day, and it really was incredible to see people use the system that I spent so long working on. So thank you everybody who did that. However, we hit a snag and we're not sure why. So the day after that, for some reason, the form went down. In fact, it crashed into our website and we don't know why. Our web hoster has been really awful to us. They have provided no support whatsoever. They've removed the ability for us to even see what went wrong. So we're currently at a loss. We don't know what's happening, and so unfortunately the forum isn't going to be released this month or next week. I honestly don't know when the forum's going to be released. It's currently just a case of changing settings, seeing if we can figure out what the problem is. But like I say, our server hosts have been terrible. They've just refused to help
and
altogether.
It's not our Minecraft server host, just so you guys know that. we paid top tier for Minecraft server. This is our just website host, but
they've been really awful. They haven't actually helped us. They've provided no support. They've removed the ability for us to see what went wrong, like just completely removed it, and then removed our access to anything else that we need. And then they're kind of like really snarky, so we can't really do anything. So currently, the forum data is still on the website. It's secure. It's on our database. So if we do bring it back later and down the line, your account will be there, or the messages will still be there. But currently, the form isn't on the website itself. And like I say, I am working on it. But the problem is, every time I work on it, it means that the forum has a chance, or the website has a chance of crashing again. So we have to kind of take things carefully, and then I have to wait for it all to go back down again. So it's being worked on. Don't forget about it. We are still here. It will just take a bit more time, but I am trying to get it back as quickly as possible, and hopefully we will get it back. Hopefully by the end of the year, but I don't know at this point.
We're gonna think positive. Of course, we didn't even think we would have this so fast either. So
we had
Jake's brain is a big brain.
We literally had the form on the website for at least a month in advance. We had the leads test out. And nothing was wrong with it. There was
this is way out of Jake's hands too. Like, I want everyone to know that.
The day after, everything kind of just, I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. And clearly the devs, the website devs don't even know what's happening because they refused to provide support. So, it's still being worked on.
And thank you for continuing to work on it. Jake has been incredibly frustrated, as you guys can imagine. It's a lot, especially with everything else he does here in Skade. It's just like, great. Now our web host is not, helping us, and tried to, and they're I just don't think they have the support for it as a problem. But Jake does a lot. So thank you, Jake.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but it honestly, we're doing the best we can, and Jake has done a really good job kind of, dealing with this. So seriously, Jake, thank you. Because
I don't think he slept literally the first week after the forums went down.
It was such a mess.
I'm on hour 812. Trying to get it back up. And so he's working really, really hard, and we, thank you guys for your patience on it, but we've hit this roadblock of it's kind of just out of our hands right now as to figuring out what happened. It has to do, we're pretty confident it's on the host side, and we're just trying to figure it out.
We told them, and we told Jake as well, and as you and clearly evidence right now, you guys were going to be very understanding, and clearly you all are. So it's not an issue. It is an issue, but it's not. It sucks, exactly, but it will be resolved, and it just means that when the forum finally releases properly and it's able to be used again, it will just be spectacular. So
Cool.
Okay,
All right.
so anybody, before we kind of wrap this up, you guys are doing really great to sort of like stick with this for the full hour, so thank you guys. Was there anybody who wanted to like, sort of step up here and talk for a little bit? Obby did, okay. Did you still want to, Obby?
Did you want to talk, or am I just dreaming that?
Why would I need to talk?
I don't know. I thought Leeds, you
Are
said
you dreaming of me again? Come on.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Sure, I'll talk.
I'm still sick.
Sure.
Don't blame me.
Hold on. I do got something to say. Please watch Free Run. Thank you.
Free Run, thank you, please, and thank you.
That,
I also am not watching it. Thank you, Obby, for that.
Great.
And
Was
now
there
we have to talk about Lord of the Rings.
was anybody else wanted to talk about anything? Anything anybody want to like sort of like bring up or announce or anything? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Wednesdays. Where is it?
Where is it Wednesdays? Of course, absolutely.
We'll
Always keep it on. Do your skate quests. Do your skate quests. I was slacking and haven't updated the leaderboard. I will update it. Do your skate quests. I've been doing a lot this last couple weeks, so I just haven't really
He
thought
had to
about
wear the blue hat for a bit, and I have a big head, so it was a lot with all this hair
very
and
heavy.
everything.
Owly says, "Just exist." That's all I want to say. Absolutely, and we will
exist.
continue to do that.
Hey, that's what I'm good at that.
Freebird is a fantastic song. Thank you, Leonard Skinner. Great song.
Oh, you
All
Googled
right.
that very fast. Just kidding.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay. On that note, then I think we're good to kind of wrap this up. Then, so
just because they want to say something.
Oh,
But I don't want to speak. Can Evan say it? Sure. Type.
Oh, of course, Jakey. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, I can say it. Say this. Okay. Oh, I'll wait.
Well, while we're waiting, just a reminder, tomorrow, get your little booties back over here at 2:00 p.m. EST to go to the zoo, and we'll go to the zoo, and then we'll go into tavern time after that. So
exactly.
Little shameless zoo plug, because Moodles worked so hard on it. It looks so cool. You guys are in for a treat.
Yes.
All our little chickens will have a nice home. And if they're still in that karaoke bar, I don't know if they're still there.
Oh yeah, they're still in there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are our children, huh, Volky? We have children in there.
yeah.
I think I might sing tomorrow. I don't know why. I just felt like saying that.
I just figured, well, while I'm recording right now, I just figured I'd give a shameless plug to one of my latest series I'm now working on. I'm making a Kerbal Space Program series.
I saw that. Evan actually talked about it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching it later on.
I think, and thank you for doing that, because it gives us a chance to watch, to see this gameplay that my computer can't play it. So
okay, so
thank you. I will sing tomorrow.
And thank you, Jake. This is a perfect opportunity to do this. This is exactly what this sort of stuff is for. So thank you, Jakey. So Jakey says, I would love for all of you restricted media people to know that I would love to stream some Dead by Daylight in restricted sometime, and I thought Town Hall would be a great way to bring that out. This is the perfect place to do that. Thank you, Jakey. Yes.
And also use the new channel.
Use the new channel, exactly. So it can even apply to like a stream you're going to do. Do a LFG on a ping. Like literally do that. So yeah, that's great, Jakey. So we'll definitely keep an eye out, and we'll tune in when you do it. I think that what I often do when I stream is I just sort of just join a call and I just start streaming, and then some people join, some people don't. So I'm sure that now that you've announced this, people will definitely want to join now that they see
You'll
you
start
doing
using
that.
it too.
Exactly. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else want to quickly step up here and talk about anything? That is a question. Oh, so Ren says that is a question. Is it okay to talk about restricted games in the new channel? Yeah. I mean, as long you're not necessarily promoting it, you're just saying, hey, I'm going to play this in restricted. So yeah, absolutely. If I say, hey guys, I'm going to be playing some GTA in restricted, I'm still playing it in the correct category. But people need to know what it is I'm playing. I can't just say, hey guys, I'm playing mystery game here, eyes. But yeah, no, that's a good question. Thank you, Ren. No problem at all. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Any questions? Anything? Anyone they want to just quickly get up here and say? Or are we good? Because otherwise,
thank you guys for being so rad while I was sick, and again, thank you again, Evan, for covering for me. But thank you guys. Like, it was really great to still glance at the Discord and see so many people in calls, and I can't believe I missed an episode. I'm so upset about that. But I'll be at the next one. So, anyways, that's all. I just want to say thank you to you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think. And I'm so happy that you were able to make it today. I'm so happy that you've started to really turn the corner with this.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm turning.
And it's been It's been very weird without you in the
See,
course.
my
Things
chest
have
is
gone.
up, feeling like it got donkey kicked, and it hurts to breathe. So
I think
just
things
get
have gone
back
well.
on. I'll be fine.
Things have gone very well, I think, considering things have been in my hands, where I could have blown up the entire community. But
Especially with your
I must
bathroom
say,
stuff.
absolutely. But I'm very happy that you're sort of recovering, and I think Skade wasn't quite the same without you. So it just the atmosphere felt different. So yeah, absolutely. Right. Well, in that case, guys, you've all done really great to sort of sit this one out. Again, we had to take a bit more time to introduce the new sort of swearing, like the swearing being removed, the swearing rule being removed, because it was a lot to sort of go over. So that's why this
It is
meeting's
a
a bit longer
lot,
than
and
normal.
please process everything I said, please.
Yeah, this was all really important. So if you feel this meeting could have been a bit shorter, not in this case it could.
Half an hour of it was literally just me talking about the swearing. Like that literally took up half an hour. So
yeah, it's gonna be.
It's a Ren. Literally, yeah, Rennie sent me to the hospital in the best way possible. It's really funny.
Okay,
It was
so
funny. I forgot about
all we
that.
have left. All we
I
have
love
left to
that.
do now
I love
is
you
just go through the kudos.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to start. I'll just do it in order of kind of the ones that I got. So I'm going to be reading them today. So the first one is a kudos for Rin. This person says, I always enjoy the map art you create for Midgard birthdays. Truly the Michelangelo of pixelated eye candy. I love the way that's worded. It's so elegantly and eloquently worded.
Michelangelo.
I really appreciate how Ali has been opening up in VCs these past years, always be willing to watch the restricted streams, being more open to talking among us, having great banter and so on. I really like having them around in VCs. I do too. I love that. I love that so much. It's a brilliant kudos. I feel exactly the same way, completely. Kudos for Nash. Nash is like super duper fun in calls, always entertaining, makes good skins, and overall a great person to be around. Again, completely agree. Love that. Love to see that being written. This is a kudos for me. Kudos to Evan for keeping the Discord chats lively every morning and evening for his continued bouldering achievements. Thank you. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying watching it. I love sending them and showing you guys sort of what I'm doing. So I really, really appreciate it. It's made me really, really smile. Okay. Kudos for Jake. Updating the website logo in recognition of Disability Pride Month and updating the website in general. Yeah, Jake's work cannot be understated. He does a brilliant job updating the website the minute it needs an update. He doesn't hesitate. He's very on the ball. Sometimes he will do things in advance for me. Like he does these Skade Quest logos and he will literally like do them like before I've even asked him. So yeah, no, I love this kudos because Jake really does work hard. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, kudos for Super J-Man. Super has been showing amazing resilience with everything going on in their personal life, and still, after all of it, they have been still chatting and having fun in calls with a bunch of people. Really, really nice to hear that. Kudos for Rin. They too have been doing incredible work on not one, but 2 projects with tons of work poured into both of them. Amazing. Another kudos for Jake. They have done incredible things for an upcoming project for the Skaders and have made it truly special. It is going to be brilliant. So
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, seriously. And then finally, and this is another one for me, thank you for being a hero and covering for me while I am sick. You made me feel very comfortable while really sick, knowing Skade was in good hands. Thank you very much, Blue. That's really,
I'll never
really
guess. Why you? Don't assume my identity that I made a kudo to you.
If you look on the edit logs, you'll see just Blue333 added that message.
It was Riley.
It was Riley, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Awesome.
No, really,
kudos
really
to all of
that.
you.
Yeah,
remember, guys,
absolutely.
kudos are, it's fun to give a compliment. It's fun to get a compliment. It's just great to build each other up. And that's something that in this day and time, specifically this day and time, we need more. Yeah, we need more building up than we need tearing down. We get enough of that outside of the Skade doors. So,
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So there we go. That is the town hall meeting. Thank you all again for sort of just sitting with it for this time. And I also just want to say that there will be notes being written and they will be posted. So if you guys do if there's anything that we've talked about that you've forgotten, please just refer to those. And yeah, on that note, Dusty, do you want to do your intro? He's in the sky. He's always hiding up there.
Don't blame me, Dusty.
Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with another Skade Town Hall meeting. If you all liked what you saw, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next video, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Peace out. Hit the
Peace
fucking bell.
out.
Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, Evan, never
No,
change.